Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm working on the console for my Bonafide, and I thought I would give you guys a quick peek at everything. I'm working on a lot of different things at once, but the console is basically done, so I'm gonna go over that today. So yeah, stay tuned. So let's start working on the console. Let's get rid of everything else. So this is where the pod goes. As you can see, the transducer goes right into this big hole there, into the big opening. Let's get the pod in. Okay, so the pod is in. Let's start with the bottom here with the switches. So there are 3 rocker switches here. All of them have covers. And the reason that I have covers on them is because in the past, these switches have actually been turned on while they were in the trunk of the car. And then it would wear the battery down. This one controls the unit itself, so it will turn the fish finder off and on. Well, it would actually power it. This one turns the lights off and on. This one turns off the USB. And this is a USB. So there's 2 ports. It also tells me the battery. This is actually a cigarette lighter that I don't have hooked up, so I just plugged it. And you can buy these cigarette lighter plugs. This one says fire missile, which I thought was pretty cool. I got that from Amazon too. All right, I'm gonna open it up so you can see inside. So inside, what I've done is I added a sled type of thing. So this is made out of starboard as well. I added some cleats to it. And what this does is it keeps the battery from sliding all around. The slider goes in like that. And it keeps everything nice and neat in here. And there's only one wire because all of the other wires for the transducer are actually tucked inside. And this battery that I'm using, this is actually a lithium battery. And I bought this on Amazon. I think it was like $50. And this is supposed to last 10 hours for a unit at the size that I'm using for the fish finder. This is my old battery. This is an acid battery. Big, huge difference in weight too. Not that the weight's... The reason for switching for this isn't because of the weight. The reason for switching for this is that this battery lasted 4 hours on 100% brightness. So I would have to kick it down to 80% brightness, which slowed the unit down, and I would get 5 hours of use out of it. This battery is a lot lighter, and it supposedly lasts 10 hours. So that's the reason for switching. And that acid battery cost me $40, 2 seasons ago. I can show you underneath a little bit. So this whole entire top is made out of 1/2 inch Black King starboard. There's a piece here, which makes the face of this. There's a flat surface here, which makes the top. And these 4 screws are going into 2 cleats that are like this. And those screws that you've seen from underneath, they screw into that. And then this screws on top of this. So if I undid these screws, this whole thing would come off and leave the 2 cleats just sitting there, screwed in from underneath. I added these are 3/8 by 1/2 inch starboard. These are cleats. to keep things from rolling off. I tucked in some LED lights on this one. And there's also magnets in here. So there's a magnet screwed in underneath here, 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 and here. The purpose for the magnets is when I throw a lure up on here, the lure would stick. I have a phone holder, which works really well for holding my iPhone. And this piece right here is a piece of 3/4 inch starboard, and I cut it on an angle so it leans back a little bit. Matter of fact, it's the same angle as this. And on my last boat, it stopped right here. So this was sitting on this. I had to raise it up another 3/4. That's why you see this block in here, because I found it to be too low. I'll show you what those cleats look like. So it is one of the cleats right there. There's another one right on the other side of it. And there's a space here, and that's where I stuck the wires from the transducer. I just jammed them all inside there. And the reason that I'm using King Starboard is because it's water resistant. This is all plastic. And if you're looking to buy some King Starboard, you can buy that. Well, actually, you can buy it on Amazon. I've seen it on Amazon. And if you Google it, you'll find it. West Marine sells it. So the fish finder that I am running on this kayak is a Garmin Striker 9. This is like one of my most important tools, I think, as far as being a fisherman. This tells me the depth, tells me the water temperature, tells me structure. It actually physically shows me that there's a fish underneath the boat. So it made sense to me to buy a larger unit. That's why I bought the Garmin Striker 9. I did also buy a cover for it, so when it goes in the trunk of the vehicle, I can just place the cover on it. And I also have a video of this unit itself, so you might want to look into that if you're interested in seeing more of the Garmin Striker 9. Let's look under the boat and I'll show you the transducer. So this is the transducer from under the boat. You can see that it actually sticks past a little bit. Not very much, probably like 1/4 inch or so. And the reason that I want it to stick past a little bit is this has a side view, so I want the sonar to be able to be lower than the boat a little bit. Now the sides, which are these sides here, I'm not sure if I'm low enough. If I'm not low enough, then what I'll do is up inside here I'll add a spacer, which will drop this whole thing down a little bit further. The unit, a spacer on the bracket that holds the transducer on. I'll use a small piece of starboard, if need be, to drop it down. And I'll figure that out when I put the boat in the water and see if that works. Let's go back up on top. So the actual purpose itself for this console that I made is I wanted a table, a place to put things, down, mostly lures, and having the magnets to be able to put a lure down like this, you can actually, it locks into place. That was the purpose of building this. I wanted a footprint bigger than the pod itself. I think all kayaks should actually have a thing in the middle like this where you actually have a place to put things, just a place to set things on. I'm surprised kayaks don't even have this to begin with, to be honest with you. So anyway, hopefully you got a lot from this video. And, you know, I can use all the help I can get, so please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.